In the dimming of the ages, when the torch of truth burned low, and the winter winds of tyranny blew cold o'er vale and snow, there rose a folk of humble heart upon the Alpine stone, who kept the word in quiet caves and served their Lord alone. They trod the paths of shepherd men with psalter, staff, and song, and whispered scripture in the night when watchful eyes were strong. For dread the hour and dark the doom, when priestly powers decreed that none might sow the seed of faith save those of Rome's high creed. Then storm winds gathered, iron-shod, from councils crowned with might, and wolves in scarlet vesture came to quench the mountain light. With edicts wrought in iron ink and seals of crimson wax, they marked these simple folk as foes and bound them to the axe. "Submit," they cried, "to throne and crook, lest fire thy bones consume. For none may read the holy book save whom the church doth groom." Thus roared the heralds down the hills, with trumpet, lash, and brand, and terror walked the shepherd paths across the wounded land. Fair mothers clasped their little ones and fled through thorn and briar, while down behind them roared the hounds of judgment clad in fire. The snow grew red on winter nights where quiet lambs were slain, and prayers rose shivering to the stars like incense laced with pain. Yet steadfast stood the Waldensian kin, though sharpened swords drew near, and in their caves they sang their hymns through smoke and bitter fear. "O Lord of hosts," they softly pled, "give strength our souls to keep. Though earth be turned to vale of death, thy shepherd guards his sheep." Then came the scourge of armies grim, with banners broad unfurled, to purge the hills with steel and flame and silence all their world. The elders fell as oaks in storm, the maidens chained in gloom, and children, torn from mothers' arms, were cast to cruel doom. But though the tempest crushed their homes and burned their fields to clay, though many martyrs' bones were strewn along the mountain way, their witness, sown in tears and blood, refused to bow or break, a seed the sword could never kill, nor flame of tyrants take. For in the hush of twilight hours, when smoke had left the sky, a whisper stirred the wounded hills, a soft, unyielding cry. Though kingdoms fall and emperors rage, though popes decree us not, the truth of God, once learned and held, may never more be caught. Thus rose the honor of their name, through sorrow's bitter art, a tale of steadfast faithfulness carved deep in human heart. And still the Alpine breezes sigh, where martyrs once would roam, of humble folk who held their ground when power shook the loam. O valleys, keep their memory near, and mountains guard their stand, for though the ages wax and wane, their courage lights the land. And in the silence of the night, one hears their hymn ascend, a song of truth that would not die, though death itself contend.